Hello again, everyone. Hope you're well on this Sunday afternoon. If you think grocery prices are high now, guess what? They're going to keep going up, especially now on certain items. I'm going to go over this now that the Trump tariffs are in full effect for the most part. I'm going to name off 8 items that could really go up even more significantly very, very soon, if not already. So stock up on these items now if you haven't already. And so I'll go over that, speak to that a moment. Also, the National Guard is to mobilize in 19 additional states, in addition to Washington, D.C., where they have been now, I think, for a couple of weeks, maybe, 2 weeks. I'll go into that a little bit, speak to that. I also have a terrific passage I will share with you towards the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. If you need inspiration, if you need to be inspired, stay tuned for this verse. I might do 2 of them, but it's a good one. First, couple of things. Yesterday, we stocked up on some things yesterday, and really, considering today's pricing on grocery items, we made off with some pretty good deals. We went to a Wal-Mart marketplace. Now, that's a distinction from the super big box store Walmart, where they have all this stuff, and it's absolute dang madness. We don't walk in those anymore. But this was a marketplace, which is basically just their grocery store. It has some other items, but not a lot. But much more calm experience, and they're stocked very well, actually, and they've had rollback prices on some things, definitely some items that we use. And so I was a little surprised, actually. So we stocked up extra as much as we could. And so, but yeah, don't sleep on Walmart if you have one near you, Walmart marketplace. All right. Employees are nice. I mean, it was pretty good experience now. Also, I meant to mention this in my Friday video, Layoffs, Savannah, Georgia, International Paper, big time layoff. 1,100 jobs, y'all. 1,100 livelihoods. Just gone. Good luck. See ya. Bye. International Paper, Savannah, Georgia. John Deere has had many layoffs into the hundreds. I don't think it's up to 1,000, but a good many. Many people that I know are if they're working or still have to work, they're very concerned about being let go. Very concerned. Not just a passing thing like, it could happen. To where, but it's to the level of, it's probably going to happen, dog. I'm just kind of getting ready for it best I can. It's difficult, and I hear from other people too that are looking for work, that it's very difficult to find work in their field, in their specialty, or what they have experience in, other than just a retail stocking the shelves job. And even that's tough. I mean, Marty's gas station down the road here probably needs a clerk to check people out, but a job doing what they're trained to do, what they went to school for, is getting more difficult. That's what I'm hearing from a lot of folks, y'all. In person, from you guys, all over. I can't help but think that and maybe they're working on this too, I know, cutting the freebies, cutting all the benefits, cutting the free stuff, benefits from the folks who are here, who are non-citizens, that are not supposed to be here. I believe that would solve a lot. I believe that would really help. I don't know if that's really being done. I don't know. What do y'all think? National Guard to mobilize 19 states, up to 1,700 troops. Now, that really doesn't leave many to throw around in that many states, but They're in Washington, D.C., and I mean, by all accounts, it looks like, especially the violent crime, has pretty much ceased to exist. Now, I don't know how long they can do that, keep that up, but Trump said he's going to deploy National Guard to 19 other states, y'all. They're going to assist with ICE operations, Department of Homeland Security, crime, illegal immigration. Troops are to mobilize between now and November in Texas. Let's see, other states that are having activations: Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Indiana, Iowa, Louisiana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Mexico, Ohio, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Virginia, and Wyoming. Troops are to support ICE with case management, transportation, logistical support, clerical duties, be a deterrence to crime. They will be carrying weapons, and they will be authorized to carry out law enforcement action. They say Chicago is next. I say bring it on. That may be an unpopular opinion, but I have one caveat, I have one concern to that, but I'll get to that in a second. But let me know your thoughts. You know, if it's making a place like this, let's look at Washington, D.C. That now would be a good time. I'd go and visit D.C. if I had the time, the money, whatever, to go to the Smithsonian, go to that Natural Museum of History. It's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. Go out to eat. Go to the mall, the Washington Mall, the monuments. It's probably a good time to do it right now. I'd feel safe. I mean for real. Now they say they're going to do all these other, sounds like the big cities, but it's a lot of states too. Chicago. What do you think about that? Is this setting a dangerous precedent? What my concern would be, you know, this sets a precedent. What if the other let's just say a future administration uses this for nefarious purposes? You know, will the current administration be using it for nefarious purposes? I hope not. But it's interesting. What do you think? I don't know. If it helps getting more criminals off the street, especially these ones that are just repeat and they just keep getting let out, yeah, put them back in. Don't let them out. The violent ones, the ones who are pushing the drugs and all this stuff, get them off the street. That's what I say. Stock up on these items, y'all. From what I'm reading, Trump's tariffs are in full effect now. And on a good many countries, it's 50%, y'all. So this gets passed down to us, of course, right? We end up paying for it on the end, on the end of the cycle, right? We've already seen the effects of it, I believe. Maybe not the full force, but we are about to. So that's the warning now, is that the full force of this is going into effect, y'all. Food items are going to soar in price, and I'm going to name off some here, but I have a feeling it could, when greed gets in the mix, and I believe part of what we're seeing is price gouging too. I firmly believe that. I think we've been seeing it. I believe that's going to go up even more on items that are made here that aren't even affected by tariffs. Oh, why not? They're going to keep buying it. They've been buying them. Let's just raise them too. I believe we're going to see that. But if you think the prices are high now, just wait. The items listed on this article that I saw, this was in, I believe I saw it on Daily Mail. Cheese, coffee. Of course, coffee's already been going sky high, y'all. It's going to go up even more, I bet. That ought to be interesting to see. Kind of scary. Pretty scary. Cheese, coffee, chocolate, cocoa prices going crazy. Fruits and vegetables. I don't know about y'all, but the fruits and vegetables that you see in the store don't look good. I don't care what store you're at. Or you're like, well, I go to Fresh Market or, I don't know, Whole Foods. It looks bad there too. It looks bad. Where are they getting it from? They're getting it from the same place as Aldi? I don't know. Looks bad. Goes bad quick. So fruits and vegetables. Olive oil. It's not cheap as it is. Tea. Spices. Wine and spirits. Basically any alcohol that is imported. Now these are just kind of food, grocery items. Also think about electronics. Furniture. You could say automobiles too. What else? Appliances. There's a lot of stuff. Clothing. Just about any consumer, basically any consumer items that are imported. A lot of stuff, or most stuff, that are in these big box stores, I would think, right? Toys. It's a bunch of cheap stuff anyway, most of it. But stock up if you haven't already. Shore up. You know, it's a hedge against these increases, and they're going to happen. I mean, you stack in there inflation, layoffs, and you know, I don't know. That's wild, y'all. I park here because I'm parked outside like a local charity, it's like a mini Goodwill. It's not Goodwill, but it's local. But they sell items that are donated and stuff. And when I pulled in here, y'all, a guy was, what is that? A fan? I don't know what that is. Like a big fan. It's kind of cool looking. But anyway, they were dropping it off. They're closed. But the guy, there was a couple, when I pulled in here a while ago to set up to park here, they were taking it out of their vehicle and putting it at the front door. And then a young lady in a big SUV just came in. She's getting it right now and just pulled it. I mean, that's been within 10 minutes. That's funny. She went up and grabbed that thing from the curb. Well, right in front of the front door. Hey. It's a huge fan, I think. I think that's what it was. Anyway, I don't know. A sidebar. I digress. You just see all kind of interesting things. They're leaving. Bye. Hope it works. Oh, it was free, I guess, so, you know. Man. I believe people are hurting more than a lot of us realize. I hear from y'all. A lot of y'all, actually. Even in the comments. People are hurting. More and more people are living out of vehicles. Or they're couch surfing. Or they've run out of resources to stay at the extended stay hotel. And the next stop is the streets or the woods. I believe it's more common than we realize. I know we were talking about this yesterday, driving around and all, and I'm seeing more of it, actually. I'm seeing more. I mean, these people aren't just, I think they are homeless. Or maybe they're living out of their vehicle. Anyway, stock up. what you can. I mean, we all have a budget. Most of us have a pretty strict budget. So whatever that allows, if you can stock up a little extra, I think food preparation, I think to make things stretch further is also good. Preservation, food preservation, we talk about that a lot, actually. So whatever you can do to get a hedge on this stuff, y'all. It's not coming, the prices aren't going to just level off even. I mean, even if they just leveled off and just kind of didn't go up anymore, but what's such a hardship is they just keep going up. I'm gonna go to a passage. We are in Isaiah chapter 40 verse 31 says, "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint." Amen. That is truth. Hope in the Lord. Keep it strong. It does work. Also, chapter 41, verse 10. "So do not fear. I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." And then down in verse 13, "For I am the Lord your God, who takes hold of your right hand and says to you, do not fear, I will help you." Amen. We see so many verses like that all throughout the Bible, y'all. I think that's for a reason. Share your thoughts. If you like the video, hit the like button. It does help us out. Let's be safe. Hope you're having a good weekend. Got a new week coming up. Be careful out there. Be alert. Stay close to Jesus. God bless you. I'll see you soon.